Hi, hello, welcome to Then Now. Not to be confused with The Now, or The Now, or even Then Ow. This is a show contrasting experiences and opinions on pop culture from then. Is this really how I dressed as a kid? To now. Let's get started with talking about one of my biggest passions that's lasted all the way from then to now, video games. Back then, if you were into video games at all, there was really only one system that ruled throughout the 80s and into the early 90s. The Nintendo Entertainment System. During its supreme reign, there were over 700 licensed titles available for the Nintendo, and while most people remember obsessing over beating Bowser with Mario, I remember obsessing over beating a much harder video game boss, Mike Tyson.
Now, if you're not old enough to remember, Mike Tyson then was drastically different than the strange, ear-biting man with a lisp he's become now. I mean, he still had the lisp, but very few people would call him out on it because he would destroy you. So of course, when Nintendo decided to make an adaptation of a boxing game called Punch-Out for the NES, who better to feature?
And so came Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Now, I spent so many hours back then playing this game. Seriously, this is what I wore. Like, this is accurate? Who would sign off on this? Like, why would my mother do this to me?
Why did I put so many hours into this game back then, you ask? Because it's one of the best video games of all time. This game had recognizable and catchy music, simple to pick up and go controls, fun visuals, and a cast of unforgettable characters. Each one had their own unique weaknesses to exploit based on their patterns, their own dangerous special moves, like Piston Honda's piston punches. Wait, Piston Honda. Well, I guess that's funny because the Japanese make Hondas which have pistons, but why is he a boxer that wears a headband like the Karate Kid? Why is Glass Joe the easiest and by far the weakest boxer in the game from France? Why does Don Flamenco, from Spain, dance with a rose in his mouth like a matador? Now, I was obviously a child and didn't realize it then.
I am young and full of childlike wonder.
But come on! Apparently people from India wear the entire skin of a tiger as a robe and have mystical, magical powers. Now, as far as stereotypes go, I suppose teleportation magic is pretty rad, but I'm also reasonably certain that teleporting mystically around the ring would be considered cheating in most boxing rulebooks. And this guy, Soda Popinski. I mean, this guy's a little weird, I guess. He seems to have an 80s stereotype of Russian drinking, but it's soda, so I guess I don't... Oh, no, wait, just kidding! He's actually just a lazy censor for the kids of this guy. Vodka Drunkensky. Vodka Drunkensky. If this is the character that was approved, then what did the developers reject prior to this? Well, guys, how about Guinness O'Drinkin'? Tequila Martinez? Shitty beer America, son? Despite their various skirtings of lines on stereotypes, like I said, each character was memorable, unique in their own right, providing a nice, gradual increase in challenge, eventually leading to the dream fight against Mike Tyson.
Okay, Iron Mike, I don't know if you've heard about me, but I'm Little Mac, and despite my name, ironically enough, I'm kind of a big deal. Holy, what the... Okay, obviously I wasn't ready, but I am ready this time, so I would like to see you try that. Obviously, I'm going to need help.
Luckily, the whole game, you have your trainer, Doc Lewis, creepily and imaginarily jerking something off near your shoulder, whispering sweet nothings of advice in your ear. Dodge his punch, then counterpunch. I'm pretty sure that's the point of boxing, yes. Stick and move, stick and move. I have no idea what that means. Join the Nintendo Fun Club today, Mac? What the f?
Obviously, I'm going to need better help.
Now back then, there were no YouTube videos on the internet that I could use for help. In fact, there was no most of the internet back then that I could use for help. Now what there was and what I did use were the billions of pages of plain text on GameFAQs.com, a crowdsourced website full of video game walkthroughs and strategy guides and horrible ASCII art titles for those strategy guides. ASCII. Game.
I'll figure this out on GameFAQs.
Ah, yes, dial-up internet. These lovely sounds of Skrillex as a baby were my 2-minute intro to any time I wanted to look anything up on the internet back then, because I had to disconnect every time I was done so as not to tie up the phone line.
Ryan, get off the internet! I have to make a phone call!
I can't get off the internet, Mom. I'm trying to make a YouTube video.
Okay, what do we have here? Tyson will open with his deadly dynamite uppercuts, which are the supercharged version of his regular uppercut. If he throws a right, hit him with 2 lefts, and if he throws left, you throw 2 rights. During the patterns outlined in Section 3, Section F, he will throw anywhere from 14 to 16 uppercuts. If he throws 14 uppercuts, you will need to hit him 6 times on his hooks. The normal time his first knockdown will be 143 to 146. If he throws 15 dynamite uppercuts, he will still need 3 punches on his hooks to go down. This will occur from 138 to 141. If he throws 16 dynamite uppercuts, he will go down somewhere between 125 and 5100s, and 133. He will get up and throw hooks. This leaves a little more room for error. But if Tyson throws 17 dynamite uppercuts, this means he falls down around 121 to 125 and 1500s. He will get up and throw 1 more dynamite uppercut and then go into hook sets. All right, beast of a boxer whose career will take a series of unfortunate and uncomfortable turns, ultimately culminating in the decision to get the worst tattoo in the history of all tattoos. Now I have received strategy from a stranger on the internet, so let's do this. Okay, I'm done. I'm 10 years old. I'm not old enough to have this kind of stress in my life yet. I'm very sorry, little Mac, that you came so far only to have your face punched off by this crazy demon of a man. But you know what? Maybe this is a lesson. Maybe if you're a boxer who appears to be a grown man but is obviously some sort of weird midget because everybody is 5 feet taller than you, maybe you don't take on Mike Tyson from the late 80s. Maybe that's something that you just don't do. So I tell you what, I am done. I am going outside and pretending to be a Ninja Turtle.
And that was pretty much my experience with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out back then. I gave up on my obsession of beating Mike Tyson pretty soon after because my attention span was that of any other 90s kid fueled by sugar and junk food. You know, before the world cared about such things as AD.
Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty.
Oh, but now, now, crazy man with the tiger from The Hangover, your day is here. It is time for your comeuppance, for your fall down-ance, because I am an adult now. An adult with an adult brain and adult reflexes and capable of adult decisions. If I want to have a bag of microwave popcorn for lunch, then I'm going to do it. Because I am an adult. No surprises this time. I'm ready for you, Michael.
I'm not embellishing how quickly Mike will rearrange your face like a Picasso painting during the first 30 seconds of this fight. Seriously, this freaking punch here hits you and it's lights out. This badass hits you so damn hard that before your puny body even has a chance to hit the mat, your entire body is bruised. Your hair, Little Mac, the actual hair on your head is bruised from the fury of this demon man's fist.
But you know what? He's not impossible. I've seen plenty of other people do this. So I am going to finish what I started then, now. You see what I did there? It's the name of the show. Then Alright, this. I'm going outside and pretending to be a Ninja Turtle. I may have ridiculously slow internet, but this game was really a lot of fun. Until you get to Mike Tyson. I hate that guy. Although my internet speeds have gotten better, my reflex speed obviously hasn't. That being said, this game manages to truly stand the test of time with its quirky uniqueness. It is still a ton of fun to this day. Until you get to Mike Tyson. I hate that guy. Do you want to go outside and pretend to be Ninja Turtles? Dibs on Leonardo.